things have gotten rather intense with Chantel's new boo. Okay, so Chantel's new boo finds herself in the comment section, getting pretty much involved with some commentators, shall we say. Now, obviously, first and foremost, just to identify so we know exactly who is Chantel's partner in these screenshots, AK Bowen official. This is actually okay. So this is her actual partner. All right. So just so you know, and that's the person that is responding to all these accusations or all these comments, shall I say? So first and foremost, obviously, someone came in by saying Chantel looking much better again these days. But for the love of God, please dump this woman and go back to dating men, please. And of course, this person comes in and actually comes in and says, "Mind your biz hole." Wow, the playing words. But nonetheless, though, okay, this is obviously where things get a bit more interesting, because in the next one itself in particular, someone else comes in and says, "Yes, this is a female predator. She sought you out and told you all the right things when you were in the gutter. You were a woman of God." So Ashley comes in and says, "First off, I've known her for over 5 years now. Second off, she's allowed to have feelings for whom she has feelings for, aka me. I'm a person of God, but I bet you had sex before marriage, maybe children at a wedlock, probably eat pork and wearing pants. All those are against the Bible, thou." I ain't gonna lie to you, that response was nice. But nonetheless, though, we'll move on to the next one itself in particular here, where again someone else comes in and it says, shall not judge, sit down and mind your own damn business. Now this one here is still a continuation of the previous comment, but then also comes in with another comment by saying, loving the same sex doesn't make anyone a predator. Matter of fact, that girl was confident as an ox ready to fight when I even told her my feelings for her. Stop acting like she's weak and don't know what she wants. She is who she wants. She's with who she wants to be with. Stop downplaying her and acting like she doesn't know her own mind and body. To be honest with you, when it comes to Chantel, and first and foremost, I apologize for that reading there. To be fair, with Chantel, when it's come to her being on the show, she has never really displayed herself as somebody that is confident. Nor has she ever really displayed as somebody who really understands or knows what she wants, especially in this most recent season of Hunt for Love. She was all over the place. She was playing with the idea of whether or not she wanted to pursue a lesbian relationship or not. And even before that, on the single live, when she was dealing with a guy in Greece, even that whole situation was just a little bit iffy. It had elements of it being awkward. So to be honest, I don't know why she believes that Chantel is confident within her own choices, to be honest with you, because I personally wasn't picking that up from Chantel over the last couple of seasons. But end of the day, what I will say is that actually somebody that has spent time with Chantel, obviously on a consistent amount of time, so she obviously knows more than us. So maybe we should just take her word for it and just say the way Chantel portrays us in the show is inaccurate to who she is as a person, which I would contest. But anyway, with that being said, though, in the next one here, someone else comes in response to her and says, why you ain't talked to her for 5 years ago? Soon as she's going on a show to talk to men, all of a sudden your feeling can't be held back. That shit weird. It's like you want to be men so bad you gotta take a chick that's not part of your delusional world and try and get them to join you on this foolery. Don't you have other, I'm not too sure what this even stands for, LMNOPs to holler at? I'm pretty sure it probably has something to do with lesbians in that abbreviation. If you know what that abbreviation is, please do let me know in the comment section. And also continues by saying, why you're messing with straight women? I mean, to be honest with you, I will say this though, there has been a conversation before with gay men obviously messing with straight men, but of course in that conversation I've heard some wild stories. I've been hearing stories about how there are many gay men in affairs and having sexual favors with married men who are allegedly straight. I mean, to be fair, I'm gonna lie to you, if a man is out there playing with another man, that man is not straight. You know what I'm saying? That man is definitely bi or gay. It's one of the two. But point being is, just because obviously, Ashley decided to go after Chantel, somebody who had never had a history of being around women. Of course, at the time when she went after her, she did go after her as a straight woman. But at the end of the day, if Chantel obviously ended up being open to the idea, well, then so be it. It is what it is. I mean, I get it. People are obviously convinced that there's been a level of manipulation. That's why obviously they believe that she's a predator. She's gone after her, obviously at a very vulnerable stage in her life. And to be fair, I can see the argument. I can definitely see the argument because Chantel Chantel's a very, she has always portrayed herself as a very confused person for the most part, not necessarily like in terms of her sexuality per se, but half the time the woman's all over the place. I mean, when we first met Chantel, this is a girl that was still studying to be a nurse, and look at how many years it took her to do that, and then she finally gets it, and then all of a sudden she switches up and says, now I want to be somebody who, and now she claims her dream job is to be doing fillers and Botox and whatnot. I mean, listen, I can tell you this now, when that girl was born, fillers and Botox was not a thing, so I don't know when it became a freaking a dream of hers. So she's very, very wishy-washy. So therefore, Chantel does come across as somebody that can easily be manipulated, to be honest with you. She does have those kind of tendencies or those kind of characters per se. But at the end of the day, Ashley obviously saw something in Chantel that she thought, you know what, maybe Chantel will be open to obviously being with me. So let me just shoot my shot. At the end of the day, I understand that moment in time when Ashley did that, she was obviously gambling the fact that she may even ruin her friendship with Chantel if Chantel had obviously rejected her advances. But the matter of fact is, Chantel took some time to think about it and she decided to accept Ashley's advances, and I guess that's just something people just need to respect regardless of what you think, because the question remains, and this is the main question: since Chantel has been in a relationship with Ashley, is she happy? That's what that really matters. And if she's happy, then what the hell are we talking about? You know what I'm saying? Let the girl be, let the girl do what she wants to do. Because at the end of the day, as long as you're happy, then nobody should be telling you a single goddamn thing. But with that being said, though, we move on to the next one, is in particular where Ashley does come back and does respond, and she says, "You mad about it or something? Why didn't I talk to her sooner? I didn't have feelings for her that long ago. Also, she was married, and respectfully, that would have been a very disrespectful. And during that time, I didn't develop feelings for her. You're trash talking me. That doesn't even matter. There are still plenty of women in the sea, man. Just go fishing." And she's not lying. She's not lying at all. I mean, to be fair, the other guy sound hurt, to be fair. He sounded to me as if he's been eyeing up Chantel for years and, he just got mad that someone else whooped her up and that person just happened to a woman. Listen, folks, I don't know if you guys watch there's a series that I watch on YouTube called The Lesbian Homie. Oh my days, you should watch that stuff there. That is comedy gold. It's literally something that I recommend it should be watched, because it's kind of like the same thing, but it's not the same thing. You know what I mean? Yeah. You should watch it though. It's very, very entertaining. Series on YouTube, The Lesbian Homie. I mean, to be fair, it started off as little comedy skits. It is now developed into a whole series. So I'd recommend, if you're gonna go watch it, start off with the comedy skits, and then obviously get part 2 when it got developed into a series. It became that popular, it became a series instead on YouTube. Okay, by Big Jar. And I ain't gonna lie to you, that stuff there is hilarious. And this is kind of giving me like a similar vibe, because in the show there are women in it that are lesbians, and some of the men are upset that these fine ass women that are lesbians, or should I say in the show, quote unquote studs, they're getting their feelings that some of these studs are hot as hell, but they can't get none. This guy this Brian dude sounds like that in his feelings. But listen, like Ashley said, there are plenty women in the sea, and folks, and man, and all the men out there, listen, you had a chance to make a move with Chantel all these years and you didn't do it, so it's on you. But if it was me, on the other hand, though, I could definitely take away from Ashley. You know what I'm saying? I'm that guy. I am him. I'm just playing. Or could I now? But nonetheless, though, let me know your thoughts down below in the comment section. Do you guys really believe that Ashley is a predator and somebody who took advantage of Chantel during a vulnerable time? Or do you generally believe that end of the day, Ashley just developed feelings for Chantel over the years because of their friendship, and just said, you know what, let me just shoot my shot and let me see how it goes. Do you see what I'm saying? And this is something like I said before, a lot of gay men do anyway, the straight men, or allegedly straight men, so yeah, married men, should we say. But with that being said, though, let me know your thoughts down below in the comment section. We'll talk about it. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and of course, peace.